Wow, I can't believe this. I just got an email from PNC Bank saying I won 100 million euros. I gotta click this link right now.
Wait, let me see this email. No, don't click that.
Why? That's a lot of money.
This is a phishing attack, and I'll tell you why. PNC Bank does not give out millions of euros. This is classic masquerading using the PNC Bank logo to get you to click on the link. It's in your best interest to stop and think when coming across emails like these. They are most likely malicious.
Man, I'm glad you were here to tell me otherwise. Definitely looks too good to be true now.
Let me inform you about phishing attacks.
Phishing is a form of social engineering where an attacker pretends to be from a legitimate organization to try and trick the victim into giving sensitive information. By sending emails or redirecting victims to seemingly real websites, phishing attackers can deceive victims by entering personally identifiable information like social security numbers or even credit card numbers. This is known as spoofing. Another form of phishing, known as pharming, involves redirecting a person seeking a legitimate site to a fake one, where the unaware victim may enter sensitive information. Taking a look at these examples, the bait can appear pretty convincing as well. Here, you can see that the email address and logos have been tailored to make this email look almost real. But if you read the content of the email, you can notice that it presents an offer that is too tempting to pass up. Phishing, after all, is a form of social engineering, meaning that attackers take advantage of their victims' psychology to tempt them into falling for their attacks. In this other example, the same tactic is used to make this email look real by even using the same standard Windows font. However, in this example, the attacker attempts to make the victim feel threatened by making them believe that they have already been attacked. This appeals to a person's sense of urgency, making them more likely to click the link. The first step to prevention is recognizing them. Though the email address and logos will seem reputable, the content of the email will usually try to urge the victim to follow its contents immediately. Assuming that any unexpected email from organizations to be phishing scams can be a good practice, especially if the link provided in the email is a shortened link. That can be an indication that the redirected site is fake. Aside from that, using a filter for your email can help, as well as making sure that all software is up to date so that any known security errors can be fixed. Lastly, checking the site's SSL credentials can reveal if it is a fake site. A variation on the typical phishing scheme is spear phishing, where the emails are sent out to specific targets. Notice how in the following example, the use of first names and informal language is used, along with the classic tactic of getting the target to do something urgently. The crux of spear phishing is using personal information that forces the target to act immediately. The way most attackers get this information is through publicly posted stuff on social media. An easy target is someone who reveals a lot about themselves online. By setting accounts to private and limiting what you post, the chances of being targeted by a spear phishing attack is reduced. Additionally, if the scammer is posing as someone you know, it is better to ignore the urgency of the email and just contact that person directly.
The next type of phishing that we're going to be talking about is a branch off of spear phishing, otherwise known as whaling phishing. This is the type of phishing that targets bigger individuals instead of small individuals. It targets the quote-unquote big fish instead of the quote-unquote smaller fish. It is known as CEO fraud, and it targets mainly wealthy individuals. By focusing on this small group of people, they are able to devote more time to each attack to have a greater chance of success. There are many different ways to recognize and prevent a whaling attack, and one of the ways is to evaluate the sender's email address. Does the email address look correct? Are there any added letters or numbers in the username or email? Does it use the correct domain? Check for spelling and grammatical errors in the subject line and the body of an email. Keep an eye out for suspicious subject lines and signatures. If the email appears suspicious in any way, make a phone call to the sender to confirm the legitimacy of the message. Be aware of any links that you click on and what you click on in the email. Do not immediately click these links. Think before responding to them. Doing a quick Google search of any email address or URL that you receive before opening anything or clicking on anything. Be mindful of phone conversations that you may have. Whaling victims have reported receiving phone calls from threat actors requesting personal information for verification purposes. Do not immediately give out personal information or financial information. Take caution on what you share online or on social media sites, as these could be used against you for the attackers to gain information that they may want.
Phishing attacks. It's a phone version of email phishing. Uses automated voice messages to steal confidential information. The term is a combination of voice and phishing. Tries to trick a person into giving out confidential information via a phone call. Why do phishing attacks work? Uses a spoofed caller ID, which makes the attack look like it's coming from a known number. Uses VoIP technology to make calls. Target does not have time to think the situation through. Target can easily be confused by alarming claims. Common phishing scams: compromised bank or credit card account, unsolicited loan or investment offers, Medicare or Social Security scam, and the IRS tax scam. How to spot phishing attacks: unfamiliar number on the caller ID. The caller claims to be a rep from the IRS, Medicare, or Social Security Administration. There is a frantic sense of urgency. The caller asks you for your information. How to protect yourself from phishing attacks: join the National Do Not Call Registry. Don't pick up the phone, hang up, verify the caller's identity, and take a security awareness training class. Now you know a lot about phishing attacks and how you can prevent them.
Thank you for that. Now I know what to look forward to in the future.